numero 90. Copy paste do. We're going to the caster dive, we're gonna copy paste do. And do that there.
Promotional tab.
Yeah, I just have a hard time finding everything now that everything's been moved around. Alrighty then. And with this, where are my notes? That would be a good thing too, to grab my notes. Or my outline. I was busy doing a bunch of other things today. Oh no, where are my notes? My very important notes. They're gone there. Interesting. They're somewhere. They're just not where I have them normally. There we go. Alrighty then. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch scenes here. Make sure everything's broadcasting correctly. It looks correct. Popping out all my chats. Poop out. And alright then. So, with, I guess, you not having a camera kind of makes things slightly easy.
Yeah.
Ish.
I intend on getting one soon. I just haven't gotten around to getting one.
It's okay. I mean, face cam is not a big deal. But anyway, here we are with Anime Talk Show Tuesday / Weeaboo Talk Show. Episode 9, our now bi-weekly guest show. I'm your host, HyperBrother_1, also is David, here with my co-host.
Hi, Kick.
And then we also have our special guest, Mr.
Shadow.
Mr.
Hey,
Shadow.
you have to be specific.
There you go.
Specific.
Alright, Mr. Shadow, let's start this off. And basically ask you, what do you do, I guess for a living, job, what's your daily life like? How
I'm
do
kind
we
of
get this started?
jobless, to be honest with you. I'm a
Know that
stay-at-home
feel.
dad. A stay-at-home dad, I dabble in creation of every kind, so kind of like game design, music design, graphic design. I stream, I do YouTube, watch loads and loads of anime. I disappear for weeks at a time watching anime. That's about it though. Not really
Alright,
exciting.
it sounds like my life, not very exciting. I mean, even when I work, I'm like, oh yes, let's go to work every day. And then we come home, and then we play games. But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm currently jobless as well, so it's not, I totally feel you there. I really need a job, though, pretty soon.
I had an
money will go
interview.
away. That's good. I had a tech interview today or whatever. I had somebody call me and ask me questions, so we'll see where that goes. Hopefully, if that goes well, I will be seeing Mom and Donzo in Dallas a lot more. I'll probably go hang out and go get wasted with Donzo a lot. And I will mean a lot. Anyway.
I'm hoping the meetup that they're planning goes through.
Which one, the Texas meetup or a different meetup?
We're planning an East Coast meetup.
Oh yeah, that's with you guys up there on the East Coast.
Yep.
That would be cool. They have a West Coast one I know already. Cool. But anyway, we're gonna start some questions off here with question number 1. What kind of anime do you like to watch, and do you have a preferred genre?
I don't really have a preferred genre. I watch a lot of shonen.
Interesting. So is that mainly what you like? I mean, genres can apply to anything. Like, I know mine's sci-fi, mechs, and action, basically. Any of those three, I'm good.
If I had to, place a top 3, it would go from fantasy, slice of life, and then kind of sci-fi.
Interesting. Cool. Sounds more along the lines of High Kick, I think. That's like his shtick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Those are all the
So,
genres I enjoy watching a lot.
then we move on to question numero dos. What is your favorite anime, and what is your favorite episode/scene from it? Now, you sound like you're kind of like me, where it's hard to pick favorites, and I understand that's a incredibly hard thing to do. You can, choose a couple multiples if you want. I mean, it's up to you. Unless you really have something that's just burned into your mind as your very best favorite forever.
Outlaw Star the first time she sang, and the episode's the first time she sang the Android song in the episode.
Alright, that's fairly good. I can agree with that. I don't remember the Android song, but I mean, I have the whole, Outlaw Star HD, remaster over there. It hasn't even been opened because I haven't, sat down and watched it yet. But it'll be open eventually. Sadly, I can't watch it on my computer because I don't have a Blu-ray player. So I have an Xbox and a PS4, so it's all good. Alright. He has a young child that he has to deal with.
I hear it.
So, speaking of random things, have you caught up with what are the two that I really liked? Oh, is he back? You back?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. So number 3, what kind of effect does anime have on you and your life?
Oh boy. Inspiring, artistically.
Inspiring and what?
It inspires me artistically.
Artistically.
Anime food makes me hungry.
I can relate to that.
I was gonna say, I can kind of relate to all those things. I'm like, man, I can cook. I want to learn how to cook these Asian foods. I need, some stuff. You know, Crunchyroll has a thing right now where, they show you how to cook certain things from certain animes, right? Well, dude. Still
If you
totally
could
worth a
show me
watch.
how to make all this stuff from, the Food Wars anime, I would be fucking...
High five, dude.
Well, the Food Wars anime is actually, isn't it fairly accurate? Don't they give you pretty accurate, measurements for things?
They don't really give you the proportions, they just tell you how to make it.
Honestly, my favorite thing about the Food Wars is, the overreaction scenes.
Hell yes.
Just, everything is clothes popping.
Dude, that's why the internet refers to that anime as food porn. Because that's literally what it is. It's food porn.
Alright, so on to question number 4. How do you normally like to watch anime? I mean, you said you go dark, so obviously alone and all these other things.
Can you repeat?
How do you normally like to watch anime? Do you just cuddle up and watch Netflix with yourself? I mean, it doesn't matter what streaming service you use, do you just, watch it alone, watch it with people?
So I got a process to this, okay?
Oh, okay.
We fix udon and other snacks. We
Alright.
get the best part of the couch. I put pillows on either side so no one can sit down. I sit back. The couch reclines. Turn the TV on. You don't hear from me for a week.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's the best process we've heard so far.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Personally, I like to watch it while I eat. I just have this thing where I like to watch stuff while I eat. So that's what I do. I usually catch up on most of my stuff while I'm eating. Okay. So on to numero 5. Do you prefer to watch anime while it's airing, or do you prefer to wait and binge it all at the end?
Depends on the anime.
Depends. I mean, yeah, it's fairly true. I personally, I think at this point...
There's some things that, okay, it's suspenseful, so that building suspense per episode kind of being live works better for me.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some things are like, I can guess how this is going to end, so I'll just watch it all at once.
Okay.
So it really depends on the quality of the anime. Is it going to make me want to wait and sit there and tooth and nail because I'm so hooked on it? Or is it one of those I'm like, this is just a one-off?
Yeah, those are very reasonable answers.
For me, I feel like it's the other way around. things that like to build suspense in me, I like to binge at the end because it's just like, God damn it, I can't handle these fucking cliffhangers.
Cliffhangers, man. Speaking of cliffhangers, what about animes that end on horrible cliffhangers?
Like, you're talking about seasons? Or are you
Well,
talking
no,
about,
like
like...
the entire anime. Okay, like I know animes like in Another World with My Smartphone. Those
Mhm.
are subjected to come out with second seasons. The cliffhangers at the end are important to lead into that second season. That's cool. But then you got anime like Trinity Blood
Mhm.
and Angel Beats, who just end like cool. The guy is crying, man tears. What happens after she goes back to the real world?
I mean, at least,
Well, Angel Beats had a proper ending, like, if you watch after the credits and stuff. So,
Yeah, but
like...
that's the cliffhanger I'm talking about. Like, is that them
That's
running into each
that's
other?
yeah, that's the end. That is exactly what it is. Like, that's a full closure, and
Uh,
that's what that was supposed to be.
yeah.
now, what about Trinity Blood?
I don't actually remember the ending of Trinity, but like, I've seen all. I want to say probably all the way through. Like, if I go back and start binging and watching it, I'll be like, I've seen all these episodes, but I'm not really familiar with the end because it was something that I think I mostly watched when it was on like Adult Swim and not on my own time. So
So, it used to be my friend's favorite anime, and he would be mad if you talked about the ending because like the guy just walks off into the distance. Nothing like it's like goodbyes and walk off to the distance, whatever.
well, yeah, that is in itself an ending, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll touch upon this topic in a further question. So as we continue with the questions, we are on what's this numero 6. Are you watching anything that is currently airing? Which, well, you said Fate Apocrypha, which has been airing technically for like 2 seasons, so that
Fate
counts.
Apocrypha, Black Clover.
That's a decent. Well, I don't know. I would say like Black Clover's supposed to be decent, but like
It's
it's
supposed
just
to be decent, but it's a lot of loud noise. All it is it's got like I don't understand how they got the people voicing this one guy when all he does is fucking yell.
every
Well,
two
that's how he's
seconds.
like in the manga, so he's actually being portrayed pretty well. It's just that he's fucking annoying.
It really is. Watching this anime isn't like watching normal anime. It's more of an experience.
Dude,
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, also
the
like the other thing me and Kai kept saying in our weekly like roundup is like it's kind of slow. It's semi uninteresting. Like except for the next one that's supposed to be out today that I haven't seen.
and I am watching the third season of Food Wars.
Of what?
Food Wars.
Oh, Food Wars. That's another. It's another current season. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
try to keep myself limited to like if I'm going to like spend time to watch episode after episode as they release, as they simulcast, or any of that. I try to keep that limited to 3, and then I do a lot of filler anime. So
Mhm.
it's like, okay, my episodes are all watched. What anime am I going to watch for the rest of the week? And then I'll go find the completed anime and watch it all the way through.
Interesting. Now, see, like I watch. Well, we watch. Well, okay. I think I watch most of the season hills here. High Kick watches a few, but I watch I think marginally more than he does. Um, that I just like seasonals. This season has a lot of really, really, really good ones. Last season had some good ones, but this season has so many that I really like watching. And then next season, like well, I don't know, is it going to be the winter season? I think the winter season starts in January. I think winter season's supposed to have, Berserk again. There's supposed to be some good ones at the beginning of next year that I'm waiting for.
Tell me what you think of My Girlfriend Was a Gal.
I thought that was hilarious.
We loved it. At first, I thought it was just going to be like ridiculous and over the top,
Yeah, I did
but
too. I thought it was just going to be another fan service. Like, it is fan service, but it isn't traditional fan service.
yeah,
It's
it
got
it can't.
to
It,
it.
it it turned out to like have an actual kind of set like semi plot story, and it also like the dude basically got better, and it was like it turned into a good decent love story, and I was like that's interesting. Also, he has a really hot girlfriend, fucking A+, man. Anyway, so there's that. Number 7. How many episodes do you like to see an anime have? Like, if you especially enjoy it.
At least 24. Like, this short series, as a short series goes, 24.
Hmm.
Long series, God, sometimes I don't want the anime to end, but I know everything must come to an end.
So
Oh,
you want it to be
goodness.
like One Piece?
Not so much One Piece. That is way too far. I mean, you took Luffy, made him stretchy, cool. Now you made him stretchy with muscle, cool. In the end, you made him a bouncing muscular dude. Not funny.
So probably like maybe I'll cap it off at 120 if you really like it. Or not
I'll
even
say
that
I'll
far.
give it. I'll give it 140. I'll give it 140.
Okay.
Good, 140.
I think that's
Nice.
how long Bleach is, to be honest.
No, Bleach is like
Now,
200
if you're
something.
gonna do like, because there are anime with kind of not spin-offs but prequels or sequels.
Hmm.
So if you're gonna do an anime and all of its seasons and a sequel anime to that anime, then about 200, almost 300 episodes would be fine
Damn.
Nice.
between the two.
Yeah, makes sense. That's pretty cool.
Because I
Okay.
mean, everybody talks about Boruto.
I think it's better than Naruto.
It's better than Naruto in the aspect that it's more down to earth, realistic than all the shabby. This is my power. It's much greater than yours. This kid's actually going through the trials of being a ninja,
Yeah.
and he's chosen, and it shows you from the beginning that he's chosen by fate. It Naruto took forever to get to the point where these two are the kids of destiny, not just a funny story about pals fighting it out.
See, I liked the old Naruto though because like of the torment Naruto had. He was a kid that had nothing. He was rejected by everybody in society, like that sort of thing. Because it was like a total underdog thing.
That's the lovable aspect about Naruto. Just the story kind of got lost.
No, yeah, I can agree with that. Like I honestly stopped once it like started getting towards Shippuden. I stopped. I dropped Naruto entirely. I never even started Shippuden and watched Shippuden because I felt that way. I felt like I didn't know what the fuck was going on anymore, and I just didn't really enjoy it anymore.
See, I mean, about halfway through Shippuden is when it started becoming an interest again. Like the
Mm.
story started collecting itself and putting it in a single like row. This is this event. It leads to this event,
Hmm.
and it made that towards the end of Shippuden is where things got serious and actually got worth watching.
Nice.
But like the midway point, no, it's
Yeah.
I'm currently in the Great War. Is that the part you're referring to?
another one I want to ask you about. How do y'all feel about Dragon Ball Super?
Hold on. Hold on for the
Yeah.
questions till the end. We have a section for that in the
Oh
outline.
boy.
Oh yeah, where you get to ask us anything and everything your heart desires. But anyway, on to question numero 8. What animes do you feel should have had more seasons, and what animes do you feel should have had less?
Naruto should have had less.
Hell
Okay.
yes.
Um,
Dude, do you know that like there's a really big chunk at the end of Naruto that's just
no
all filler?
game, no life. More seasons, please.
I can agree with that statement. That's something that, like you were saying earlier, that ended on a fucking the cliffhanger. They should have had a second season. Like it was set up for a second season for
I don't
sure.
know how you feel about Chinese anime, but King's Avatar.
See,
More
that's one of those
seasons,
ones. I need. Okay, you need to
please.
link me to that. That's the one where it's the kid that is the esports player, right? The good
Yeah.
one. One of the only good Chinese anime, because most of the other Chinese anime is honestly crap.
Yeah,
Sadly.
it's really good.
Yeah, I need. Please PM me a link to that because I've been trying to find it and it's like hard to find it to watch it.
Does it matter where you watch it?
Nope, doesn't matter. I don't pay for any service currently because I don't
Okay,
have a job.
so after show, I'll link you.
All right, cool. Thank you. Because I keep I heard about it and I looked into it and it just sounded
Also,
really good.
I mean, they don't have an English version of it, so it is all sub.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I watch seasonals, so I deal with subs all the time.
Oh damn, I already found it.
Yeah, I got a question. You know what? I just thought of a question. Let's keep going.
Yeah, there you go. So just keep your questions and we'll like I said, we'll answer them all. It's probably a question that we're gonna ask you here pretty soon. So number 9? What do you feel was the saddest anime you have seen?
Oh my god, that is a. To be honest with you, um, I'm trying to think of the name. I just watched it recently. I don't know. I'm blanking on it. But in the end, he had to sacrifice himself. It's kind of. Let me look it up right quick and see if I can't find it in my history.
That's
History.
fun.
Thank you.
Dude had to sacrifice himself. Was it Angel Beats? No. Well, I mean, kind of, but no.
No.
That plot sounds very familiar. Fuck.
So, what is it? Guilty Crown?
No. It was like kill. I think no. It was kill. Go kill. Or come go
Oh,
kill.
Akamiga Kill.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty decent one, yeah. The Everybody Dies anime, the Game of Thrones anime, basically.
Yeah. The way, like, he just wanted to do something great, and at the end, he sacrifices himself.
Yeah,
I heard that the manga is actually a lot different.
it is.
It is.
I heard the same thing. I don't know. I've never read it because I don't read. I don't like reading. I probably won't read it. But yes. Anyway.
Another one. You Lie in April.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. You're lying.
Yeah, that's a touchy one. I know a lot of fans of that one that, like, you mentioning it kind of sets them off.
Sure.
Have you watched Clannad?
I attempted to watch Clannad and got interrupted and haven't went back to it since. I need to finish it.
You do. You really do.
I heard there's an after story too.
Yeah, the after story is honestly the best part of it, but you want that build up from the first part.
Alright. So then, number 10. What do you feel was the most happy / upbeat anime you've seen?
Does Food Wars count?
I guess.
Just
Is
like
it
his
happy and
success.
upbeat?
It is like, well, it's like he meets his challenges, and it's like makes you feel happy that he succeeds over
Yep.
these ginormous obstacles.
Nice. Is that a reference to tits and plot? No. Those are.
In another world where my smartphone was a cheerful little anime.
Yeah, it's pretty cheerful. Definitely not serious. Like, he had no trouble doing anything. It was one of those super OP characters. Like, yeah. That was pretty
God,
good.
I wish you would ask me what my favorite anime that produced memes were.
We don't have one of those questions. But go. I'll ask that at the end anyway. All right. So, what is your least like genre and why? I mean, you talked about your favorite.
Least hate. See, that's kind of a thing. Like, I don't hate on a genre. I guess the genre that consists of the anime that are about music bands, because they kind of, it's like that's not how things really are.
Like,
Kind of like what's the name of it? Starts with a B. I know you know what I'm talking about.
B.
I know
It's,
K-Name's one of them, I think.
K-On was a decent one.
Not sure what starts with a B. No. I don't know.
It's been years since I watched it. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I think it was Bend or something.
Did you watch
Oh.
Fuka?
Fuka Metal Noise.
I think that's
Fuki Metal Noise.
No, like Fuka. It's just called Fuka. Fuka, right?
Let me Google. Yeah, it's just called Fuka.
It's a new one. It's kind of like Your Lie in April.
I've heard of
basically.
Fuka. I've heard of Fuki Metal Noise.
No, I've never heard of that one. No, Fuka's a cutesy thing that's like sad and stuff.
I mean, this one, the Metal Noise has kind of a sad aspect to it because, like, she was saving. She believes she's singing for the person she made a promise to, and turns reality it's someone different. She saved her voice for a person. It's something that I would tell people to watch because it is kind of an experience.
Interesting.
It is pretty interesting.
Alright. And what is, I guess on that note, number 12, what is your least liked anime and why?
Golden Boy.
Golden Boy?
Made no damn sense is what that fucking.
Dude, I could only stand like 2 episodes of it. I was just like, why is this anime loved? It's terrible.
Which one's Golden Boy?
Let's just stop talking about it.
Yeah. It's hard. We'll just leave it ranking up to being like on a scale of 1 to horseshoe.
Is that the same artists behind fucking Cowboy Bebop? It is. Why? Why is this a thing? I need to watch this just so I can hate it. Company Mega Series illustrated by Tatsuya Gawa by a 25-year-old.
I really recommend you. Like the only good point about it is watching it in English and the dub because the voice acting's funnier.
Is this one of those animes that has like such a shitty like script that they just started doing random things? Is that one of those?
It's not so much that they started doing random things, as that the anime took a life of its own and started doing random things for them.
Because I know that's the thing. So
The anime is just pure stupidity. If you like watching really stupid shit, it'll.
Like, it literally has no plot,
I don't know, man. It's got high ratings. It's only got 6 episodes, so maybe I'll watch it.
People who rated it high just for shits and giggles.
I'll probably watch it on 6. Okay. I mean, I'll probably laugh at it. I don't know. We'll see how bad it is. I just like the animations. Anyway, on to some of your opinions. How do you feel about subs versus dubs? Ouch.
Question that I was going to ask y'all.
Exactly.
I believe that there are some anime that deserve the voice acting in English deserves a note. It deserves to be watched in English because of it adds something to the anime. Kind of like Desert Punk.
Oh yes, I have Desert Punk and I have it on DVD. It's great. And hello, Snappy. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Anime Talk Show Tuesday show.
So, Desert Punk in English is far better than the Japanese. They sound like they're in kind of like a hallway when they're talking. And then the subtitles that they put on it are in a weird font.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Desert Punk is fucking old.
It's fucking amazing.
Like, that's probably why the English version is much better than the Japanese version. Because, like, the English version wasn't done until, more recently, but it's still old.
There are certain anime that if you watched it in dub, you will be unable to watch it in sub. Like Dragon Ball or Pokemon.
That's true. Or Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop.
Definitely Cowboy Bebop.
Some of those other ones. I would say Outlaw Star even, too. Like, some of the English cast are just too solid. Like, honestly, their voices match their characters really well. And sometimes, like, basically what you're saying, sometimes I bet you're going to say this too, sometimes some anime series have to be watched in Japanese, like, because it just sounds better. It fits.
A lot better.
That's the thing, too. I'm very similar to that.
I mean, then you got your dubs that are like, they're off. They don't know how to translate well, so they just start randomly off on random tangents, using their own. They start improvising the script. I've seen anime that do that.
Yeah, I think they've gotten better now, though. I mean, they've gotten so good with dubs, and I was talking about high tech with this. I talked about during our fucking other show. Is it like, like Attack on Titan 2 when it was coming out? Shit, the dub anime on Cartoon Network on Adult Swim was only like 3 episodes behind the sub. Like, they are on it for a lot of shows that are coming out now. Because, I mean, the technology's there. There's no excuse, to be completely honest. Except for the fact that it takes time. But, man,
it just has to be popular enough.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite animes are actually American-born. And a lot of my favorite animes are German-made. Believe it or not.
I'm unaware of German-made anime. Well, I guess it can't be. Okay. It can't be classified as anime if it's German-made, technically. Same thing with if it's American-made.
Oh, if it's American, people try to. But anime, see, that's what I like. I want people to understand. Anime isn't like, it's a cartoon. Anime is an art style.
Well, anime is, I guess, an art style, but anime specifically as a word denotes that it comes from Japan. Anime is specifically Japanese. If it's American, it's a cartoon, and I don't know. I'm sure there's a German word for it, but it's still probably also cartoons.
Yeah, I'm gonna link you this right first.
Alrighty.
This is one of my favorite. It's not necessarily German, but it's got a lot of German language in it.
Oh, Dies E-Ray. Yes, yes. This is a current seasonal, actually, and I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. So yes, I like this.
Yes, it's amazing.
It is. It is amazing. And it's not necessarily German, it just has Nazis. Okay, so this is one thing I found on an anime over the last couple seasons. If there's anything that includes Nazis, it's fucking great for some reason.
Oh, like KK?
What are you talking about, K? Wait, what, the K? Like, it's just called K, or the KK?
I think K, it's about the...
It's about the colors and all the kings and all that shit.
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
K is pretty good. It's not necessarily... Well, I guess it is pretty German, too, yeah. It has German roots.
Because the Powers King, the Immortal King was a Nazi.
Yeah,
Much.
well, originally it was Nazis. No, I'm talking about, like, last season, there was an anime that I covered that was, like, the Vatican's, fuck. It was a weird anime. It was, like, Holy Vatican Miracle Examiners. And, like, they fucking got into Nazis, and it was just great. I was like, holy shit, Nazis. It's pretty good.
Anime is based around the Vatican, and had a weird second season. I would say Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist is good.
I love Blue Exorcist.
Okay, so the second season that recently came out, because, like, the first season originally that went all the way as far as it did, the second season had to basically, like, kill
Finish
that.
the story.
Well, no, it didn't finish the story, and in fact, it's probably going to go on longer. What happened was the first one, they, like, diverted from the manga and, like, killed it and ended it how they ended it. Whereas the second season had to go back and renege on that. Like, they had to go back, before that all that stuff happened. Or, like, in between. Because the second season actually followed, I think, the manga, and it was all around better. It was a good story. They're probably going to eventually release another one.
Yeah, I hope they do, at least.
Alright. So speaking of more opinions of yours, what are your thoughts on fan service?
That's a real dependent question. Fan service is okay. Honestly, some anime need it, some anime don't.
Mm-hmm.
It helps cover up those parts where you don't kind of have a plot. Because you could just throw fan service in there and, oh my god, boobs.
Pretty much. The best Nazi anime. This dude, freaking Legend of Tanya the Evil. That's also a great one, too. That's not necessarily... It's kind of Nazis, but not necessarily Nazis.
So, fan service is welcome, but, like, I don't like anime that are, like, just fan service. Like, at that point, it might as well be a porno.
Well, what about High School DxD? Let's bring that into play, because that's kind of along the same lines.
My favorite anime, actually.
But it actually has a plot. Like, in the beginning, I don't think it was supposed to have really plot, but then, like, second season, they actually got a story, and it's kind of good.
See, that's that in the moments of fan service, they used to broaden the plot.
Yeah.
Like, with her, like, when she came into his room, and they were like, take me, because, whatever was going on. They were using that fan service to show that something's bad's happening.
Yeah.
So, like, they found a way to take the fan service and make it not fan service, make it plot worthy.
Yep. All right, and so those are all the questions all except for the closing question that we have for you, but those are all the questions we have. So now I'd like to open up the floor for you to ask us questions of your own, sir. So everything you've been thinking about.
I'm gonna answer that one meme question we talked about earlier. If I had to choose an anime that generated the best memes, I would say ReZero.
I don't think I've seen all the ReZero memes, but it's got some. I've seen a very, like, spread out version, like, difference of memes. I would say, honestly, fucking the Dragon Maid anime had a shit ton of memes.
Don't lewd the lolly dragon.
Yes, the lolly dragon. High Kick's favorite dragon.
Hell yes.
Don't lewd the dragon, mate.
She was listen, let's be real here. The little lolly dragon, she wasn't really a little kid, first of all. Second of all, she was also really thick. Like, thick for, I guess, a child's body. I don't know, it's like stupidly thick.
Thick with 4 C's?
Like, thick with, yeah, like 4 C's, like, those thighs and that ass. And I'm like, what is this? Like, she was a belle, basically, like, just... Like, went from small on top to just huge thighs and huge booty and hips. I think Donzo, if he was out there, would agree that she was a good 2C. Anyway.
Have you seen the Recreator?
Yes, Recreators is pretty good. I was one of those ones that I enjoyed last season as well.
I still need to finish it.
Yeah, then they favorite superhero anime.
So you're asking us what our favorite superhero animes are?
Yep.
Superhero. I guess what denotes a superhero is a good question. Because, like, there's people that have good powers or whatever, kind of. There's people that are just really smart and have a lot of money that could be considered superheroes, like Batman and stuff. So, like, do they just have to be really powerful?
We'll do it on the terms of My Hero Academia.
Okay, so, like, powers. Okay. I'm gonna have to say one of my favorite heroes, One Punch Man. One Punch! I know Hikek was gonna say that, because you have the fucking Opie shirt on your character. The panel. It can still be your favorite. I love One Punch Man because, like, I can relate. I'm just like, okay. Except I don't go out.
Yeah, but everybody wants to be him because it's like you can just destroy your enemy in one hit.
Yeah, but like a lot of people would like to be him, but they couldn't be him. Like, you have to use that power wisely, and people can't do that. Now Midoriya's pretty good. I like Midoriya as a character and his character development. I'd actually say, honestly, he's one of my favorite, like, he is becoming one of my favorite superheroes, because it's another one of those, kid had nothing and started from the bottom, was bullied, shit on, and, like, has social anxiety, is socially awkward and everything. Like, actually, fuck it, I'll change mine to fucking, Midoriya from My Hero Academia, because it's a good character development, everything.
Speaking of, like, characters that, like, started from nothing, what was it? It was I don't think it was exactly, it might have been anime that I ran across. It ran across like this, it was a picture that referenced anime, and the guy was only handsome at nighttime, but during the daytime he was ugly.
I feel like I'm familiar with what you're talking about. I don't think I watched it because it was silly and like romancy slice of life or something, because it was my gig. But it was, I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know what the hell the name of it was.
I can't remember the name of it either. But I mean, it has a good moral concept. Like, the obstacle that he has to overcome is the fact that he has to have somebody who wants him in the daytime as much as they see him in the nighttime.
Yeah.
It really makes a good anime. So let's see. What are your opinions? Actually, what is your opinion on the lolly craze that's going on?
What? Okay. Okay. What lolly craze exactly? Explain.
In the recent years, the craving for more lolly or more anime of its type. I don't know how to word that correctly.
What do you mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, is Tanya the evil lolly anime? Because she's a crazy lolly, basically. But like,
we'll put more lolly lolly service. We'll call it fan service, but lolly.
I don't
make more cutesy lolly anime.
More cutesy lolly anime. Like cutesy as in like it's cute. Like, I don't know, I'm having trouble figuring out, like, what's going on. If you could give me an anime title example, then I would probably
find you one.
Alright.
Quick. Let's see. Actually, Cinderella Girls.
Never seen it. Sounds like something I wouldn't watch.
But I mean, stuff that is kind of cutesy like that. Like everything's all pretty.
Would it be like Kimono Kitten going on right now? The one with the little fox girl?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
slice of life. Oh, okay. I mean, like, I watched it and it was super cute. It was too cute for me because I'm a man of brutal murder and ultra violence, so like that's not my gig. About the craze, I mean, I'm sure it has a place because it's cute and cutesy, and like I'm sure women love it. Probably question mark. Like, not trying to throw that on a gender tag, but like that's probably who it applies more to, honestly. I don't
And
know.
then there's people like me that just love really cute shit.
He likes lollies. This is our resident lolly lover. Like, it says that he's playing with
Did you
lollies.
watch Madoka Magic?
I watched a little bit of it. I could never stick to it for some reason.
Let's see if I could reference you to an anime that you might like. Has to have cutesiness in it. How about Blend S?
I
I
haven't
don't
seen
think
that
I've watched
either,
that
but
one
that's currently going on. I see, like, Crunchyroll talking about it every now and then.
Here,
I think the biggest, like, the kind of anime you're referencing to is kind of like Tenchi no 3P.
yeah, definitely.
That's the one with that's the band anime with the little girls, isn't it?
Yep. I
Yep.
watched all of it except for the last 2 episodes.
Hi Kate. I linked you something there, bud, just for you.
Just for you.
Hey,
What did he
Just for
link you?
Blend S.
Nice.
Go ahead and look at that and tell us what you think in a minute.
Yep.
Anime that what do you think the anime requirements for a binge-worthy anime are?
My personal requirements would be I would have to like it, and I would have to. It would just have to have a bunch of episodes, or it'd be something like from the past that I watched a couple episodes of and I like missed bits and pieces of. For instance, recently I went back and rewatched all of fucking Blue Gender because I was like, I thought about it and I was like, shit, I barely remember anything for that anime. But like, I watched a lot of it, I guess, when I was young. It scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid because fucking space bugs. But other than that, like, yeah, I went back and rewatched it all. Alright, within the first couple episodes, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold up, I think I know what the plot is. He's got this cell, the government did a thing, it's their fault that the world is now dead, blah-de-blah, and then it's exactly what happened. I was like, I don't even think I watched but 2 episodes of this anime, and like, I already remember, like, what, I was like, well, that's it. And then it came to be that was the anime, and like, at the end, and I was like, okay, I saw all of that coming, but it was still good anime because it was sci-fi, and because it had robots. I could care less about everything else.
Now, speaking about robots, do you lean towards more like Gundam, or would you enjoy android type anime like Clockwork Planet?
Porque no los dos, my friend. I liked Clockwork Planet because, fucking robot waifus, of course. Robot lolis, of course. And because robots in general. Also because it was kind of interesting. I liked its premise. And then Gundams because who the fuck doesn't like Gundams? Like, who the fuck? No, I don't think anybody in this world can't like Gundams. No, those people aren't real people. They don't exist. There's no one on this earth that I don't know that doesn't think Gundams are fucking badass.
So like a Gundam lands in front of you, the pilot throws you the starter thing, and it's like, here, it's yours. You don't.
I will my fucking pants would just have been exploded. Like, I would have just, I would have fucking had a orgasm of multitudes, and then just be like, I have found my calling, and this is the end of my life. Hell yeah, I'd jump in that thing and go fly it around. I'd be like, I have no idea what these controls do. Time to do like I do in every other video game and everything I do in real life. Figure it out.
And then you fucking crash into a mountain or something.
Nah.
He starts pressing buttons, ends up orbiting Saturn.
Yep. Hey, I mean, it's a simple joystick interface. I would just know, don't pull trigger anywhere near people because probably giant boom, and then
If all
Find
else
out.
fails, enter the Konami code.
No.
It's like then you find out that all the triggers do is initiate the thrusters.
Oh lord. Nah, there's no way. There's no way Gundams could just initiate thrusters. Nah. I would be like, so how do I pull out this beam sword and end up like punching my robot in the face repeatedly?
What's the newer Gundam type that I like? It's kind of about a guy who died. I think Knights of Magic.
No, Knights and Magic's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
not.
good.
Nobody died in Knights and Magic. It was too like. It was kind of upbeat even for a gritty robot war anime thing. Some people did
Yeah.
die, but none of his people died.
How'd they come out with something that's linked to it soon? I think. I don't know.
Huh?
I haven't looked it up. I need to look
It's
it up.
supposed to have a second season, I think. They set it up so it didn't have one.
Here's the most important question in everybody's mind. What do you think of Sword Art Online?
Oh, I have a like semi hatred of it. So this is my deal. I like the first arcs of both seasons, so like I like it when they're in Sword Art Online. But when they go to Eidencrad in the fucking Fairy World, I hate the Fairy World arcs every single time. And then same thing with Gun Gale. Second series of Sword Art Online, which is Gun Gale. When they're in Gun Gale, it's fucking cool. Then they go to Fairy World, I immediately dropped it. Didn't even fucking care. Didn't continue watching it all the way through. Just dropped it like a sack of
The
potatoes.
third season is going to be nothing but Fairy World, if I remember correctly.
No, it's not. It's not. I actually read the fucking light novels. The upcoming season is gonna be fucking great.
So he
They'll
says.
fuck it up.
But if I watch it and it's bad, I'm gonna like hurt you.
Oh, trust me, you'll
Um,
enjoy it.
What about the movie Ordinal Scale?
Haven't seen it.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you the premise of the next season, so you can get a general idea what's gonna happen.
I'm sure you've already told me, because we've talked about it before.
So something happens to Kirito where he's like in a kind of near-death situation. So they plop him in this machine that puts him in the virtual world, where they've been doing a science experiment, where they put babies in there, and then like they uploaded their conscience, and they didn't upload it, they made like a copy of it and threw it in there. And then they put 2 lab techs in there to raise the children. Like they wiped their memory and everything, and then and then they fast forwarded it. I think like thousands of years into the future. They ended up being heavily religion based instead of science based, like our current society. And so everybody in there thinks that they're real people, but in fact that they're just AI. And Kirito's just thrown headfirst into it. And it's
So like
interesting.
1,000 years progressed in the VR world, but in reality it's not that long, I assume.
Yeah, they wanted to see like how they're testing them to like see like how
What
their
they
society
did,
would react to certain
what they
things.
did is copy the conscience of several children.
Babies.
They turned it into AI. They then gave that AI free will.
Yep.
And then sped it up.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because, like, you give AI free will, it probably will figure out how to break the constraints of its existence.
The only constraint on the AI is that it doesn't know that it's an outside world. The reality that it exists in, it thinks is the real one.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying a true AI would be able to figure that out. A true AI.
But they're based on a human's conscience.
They're based on a child's conscience, specifically.
Well, babies.
Which is non-existent. Yeah. Babies don't have any real they don't have anything. They haven't formed any ideas. They know nothing.
They were just raised as actual children, and like once they all turned, I think like 16 or something, they had the parents killed in like some kind of natural accident or some shit, and then just removed them from the program, and then they just observed.
Interesting. And then they threw Kirito in there. That doesn't sound like an interesting premise at all. I don't want to watch it. Thank you for telling me.
Anyway, so the most important question, and I think the final question I have for you. Most artists And heavy anime watchers have this thing called the anime wish list
Hmm.
or the idea book, which if you're on the artist side, it's called the idea book. What is what is an anime you would love to see happen? What like story and all like? Would you want to see a Gundam based anime where they start to take over planets? Like what is that one anime you would wish to fruition?
Um, for me, I honestly can't respond to that question because I don't have that idea. I haven't thought about that. I mean, if I want to see something, it pretty much always already exists. I just like robots. I want to see more robots. Um, but other than that, like, there's nothing that I could really see. Okay, no, all right. I'm gonna backtrack on that a little bit. Recently, I just saw some pictures that somebody released, and they're on my Twitter page. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, probably not, but I had like retweeted them or tweeted them specifically to Donzo like a month ago, and like this dude, like I guess concept artist, drew fucking Dragon Mecha. Oh my god, my dick got hard. Like these images are fucking beautiful. If I can see an anime that's related to those, that would probably be badass. Now, there's an anime that was mecha related that was really cool called Cross Ange, which was similar. It had robot suits, and it had, like, dragons, but I think they were just regular dragons. I don't think they had really robot attachments or whatever. But, like, it's something along that lines. Which was a good anime. It's also nitty gritty and super good. I would recommend that to anybody who likes any robots or just anything in general. Like, that anime is hardcore. It starts off with, like, the girl's getting thrown in jail and shit for not having magic. It's, like, hard. And then they break her uterus with, like, practically a coat hanger. It's hardcore. And I love it. Ultra violence.
So what about you, Hackett?
For me, I just want more animes like Danganronpa and Juni Tyson. Fucking everybody killing each other and you have no idea. Well, especially with Juni Tyson, where you have no idea like who's gonna win. Like there is no real main character. It's just like a bloody free for all.
I mean, I like ultra violence.
So an anime for me, and I've thought about it, and I've thought this through. Like, there's a lot of anime that have the streamer person in it that streams on the internet, but I've never really seen a real good anime about video game streamers.
Dude, I've seen someone else talk about that. I forgot where it was, but yeah, that especially like
Yeah, that doesn't
like
actually
more,
exist, now that
like,
you bring that up.
like esports and shit.
Well, the only thing close to that now is the fucking Evil or Live.
It's like actually as we stand like Twitch streamers, like the life of an actual streamer and the trials that they go through or the fun that they have.
Kind of like how they have the fucking manga artist ones that have been popping up recently, but like for streamers instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they like in some animes they touch on streamers, they touch on live streamers and stuff a lot more now. But there's nobody that is like you're saying specifically a video game live streamer, and there's nothing like about their life or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's like My Girl Is a Gal. The chick.
The chick was streaming.
But she's not. In reality, streams don't happen that way. Like,
well, they would if you're a girl that dresses up like that in Japan. I feel like you would definitely. I feel like that would be realistic in that scenario.
She would have got banned off of Twitch and me.
She didn't do anything super provocative. Also, she's not streaming probably to Twitch. I mean, there's Chatterbait, Pornhub, or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's old school Justin TV and shit. Like, she could stream in the IRL category and doing what she does, and she'd be perfectly fine.
Sure. But go ahead.
There was another idea that was tossed around. I don't know if it was Harpy or someone that I watched on YouTube, but an anime that follows like a guy like with his love life, like breakups and everything, instead of just finding that right girl right off the bat, like we see in a lot of anime now.
Yeah, like a true realistic thing. Some of these animes are getting like semi closer to that. Like some of them get realistic love lives.
Just because.
Yeah.
I think Just Because is probably the closest we've gotten so far to that.
Oh, and the one thing I like the recommendation of the MMO world or the MMO junkie anime that's currently going on. I'm fucking happy. Hi, Kick, did you see the newest episode? They're finally getting into it. They're finally doing it. I was so happy. I was like, yes, they're finally done. That's gonna be my 10 out of 10 anime this season for sure. I thought Black Clover was gonna be good, but it's just so slow.
I'm just currently in love with Juni Tyson. Juni Tyson's probably my favorite anime.
Juni Tyson's pretty fucking metal because of ultraviolence. I love the ultraviolence in that.
Hey, are you watching UQ Holder?
Who, me or him?
Him.
No. I was going to.
Honestly, I would suggest dropping Black Clover and picking up UQ Holder just if you want to stick to that 3 anime rule, because UQ Holder, at least to me, is a lot better.
It's pretty funny.
I'll definitely give it a good check.
Yeah, it's a rehash of old fucking Najima basically. It's pretty good. And hello Woodland Hill, how you doing, buddy? We're about to be closing up here soon, I believe. So is that all the questions you have for us, Shadow?
Yeah, that's all the questions. It's been fun hanging out.
Alright. Well, as the last question to ask you, with all this anime talk, are you interested in visiting Japan, the great weeb mecca, or the great, anime homeland, the great core of our existence? All of that stuff.
I actually had plans to go 2 years ago, but they fell through.
Same though. I had plans to go this year. My friends went.
I'm actually replanning to go. I really am. I want to go. There's a lot of places I want to visit for just the culture. I do want to visit Anime Town, and I do want to visit the Pokemon theme park.
Yeah, my friends went to Aki, and they went to Osaka and all those places. There's actually, I would say, if you're looking into it, if you don't want to spend over $2,000, or you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, but and if you're okay with taking a sort of guide service approach, Groupon has deals for $1,200. You get your flight, you get your room, you get your food, everything's paid for. They plan out pretty much where you can go. You get a free day in between all the places you're supposed to go to, but they have tours that are booked. Everything all for $1,200, which is a fantastic deal, honestly.
Yeah.
So I look into those when those pop up.
Woodland's asking us what our favorite animes are.
It's hard to tell what my favorite animes are, but if you look above my character's head and the themes that my character's attached to, you'll find out that Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop are things that I enjoy, and I would say both of them are pretty good, and I would probably classify those as
my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite will always be Outlaw Star.
And I know it's one of those things that I love too. Basically, I love all of the '90s anime I grew up with. Outlaw Star, Zoids, Gundam.
Did you watch the Ninja Scroll?
I think I did a long time ago. It's been so long since I've seen Ninja Scroll. Those are all the old. Those are all the movies that you could rent from Blockbuster, right? Like Heavy Metal 2000 and all those.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Those are some of the real classics, though.
Yeah, no, Ninja Scroll's pretty old.
I usually say Clannad. I think I'm gonna have to change my answer to the Monogatari series.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
you're like Clannad. Clannad.
My love for the Monogatari series probably rivals your love for the Fate series, other than the fact that there's just so much Monogatari and I still have yet to get through it all.
I love the Fate series because waifus. I guess I should upgrade the Fate series in its entirety to fucking favorite level because honestly, I like the stories behind Fate, but I also love the waifus. The waifus are some of the biggest reasons why I like it, but the stories are also great. Also the fight scenes. It's got everything that makes a great anime. It really does.
Always the fight scenes. Who doesn't love Fully Cooley?
I don't know. Whoever doesn't love Fully Cooley needs to get out of my life. It's just like Gundam. If you don't like Gundam, get the fuck out of my life. I don't need you.
Well, I thought, didn't I hear that they were going to remake Fully Cooley?
Yes. Their season 2 and 3 come out next year, I think. They're not remaking them. There's new seasons.
That's gonna be amazing.
Tokyo Ghoul season 3 or Tokyo Ghoul Re comes out as well.
I don't know if I watch it. I like Tokyo Ghoul, kinda.
I really enjoyed it. It was kind of cool. It's another one of those, like, it has a good story, good character development, good plot. Like, it was a pretty good series. And yes, I could give you a link to this, but I think I have it. Okay, you got it. That works. Yes, it's the same for the Sword Art. We're currently in a locked channel right now because we're doing the show, but we're about to wrap up here soon. So with that, I guess that's all we have for you. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Shadow, for coming on and hanging out with us. Go ahead and find this man on, what is it, Twitch? Is that all you stream on, is Twitch?
I stream on Twitch. I do YouTube videos on YouTube, but that's pretty much a dead call.
That's pretty much a dead cause.
To find me on YouTube, it's the same as my Twitch name, just minus the X.
So it's Shadow TF. So on Twitch, he's twitch.tv/xShadowTF, is that correct?
Yep.
And then on YouTube, it's /ShadowTF. So go give this man a follow, go check this man out. I'm not 100% on what videos and what all he does, but go check him out anyway. And thank him for being a great guest.
One of the games I'm currently playing is anime based, and it's like a side scroller, if you will, a side scroller fighter.
What game is that?
I'm trying to find the name of it. For some reason, it's slipping me. Where is it? I just had it. I was just about to start it.
Is it L-Sword?
No, I used to play L-Sword, and then I decided not to play it no more. If that makes sense to you.
And then I decided not to play it. I played it, and then I decided not to. That's usually how that works with any game or anything you do.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds.
Unaware of what that is.
You should look it up.
Interesting.
Oh, the chibi.
It's a TV fighter. Yes, it is.
Oh, the chibi.
Wait, is this kind of like the old school, like
Street Fighter type deal where you walk sideways, you point an arrow where you're supposed to go? Yes. Ooh, and everything is in Japan. Everything is in Japanese.
Everything is in Japan.
Except for the English text.
RP, we need this in our lives.
No, don't get me into games. I'm already busy not playing other games. Basically. Right. That's what it boils down to. But anyway, so I would like to go ahead and toss up the outro image. Thank you everybody for joining and hanging out with us. Again, thank you Mr. Shadow TF for joining us and being the guest for this week's talk show. And thank you High Kick for showing up, I guess, reasonably on time, show up earlier. But other than that, I'm going to let everybody else go. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you on the next stream, which at least will be Thursdays, the planned out stream at 7:30 for the talk show, or 8, I think. I don't know. Kenneth is super late nowadays. I'm always waiting on somebody else. And what else? And that's pretty much it. Between here and there, I might play some games. You might see me pop on and off. I don't really have a decent schedule because I don't stream like super often or as often as I probably should because I feel I'm doing a bunch of boring things. But other than that, everybody, see you on the next stream, and catch us back here next Tuesday also for the bi-weekly seasonal roundup talk show for anime. Peace out. Everybody have a good night.